Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is one of the recent releases from Marvel. This is Star Wars Target Vader, collecting the 6-issue series. So it's written by Robbie Thompson, art by Marc Lamming. It does the first issue. Cris Bolson does 1 and 5. Stefano Landini does 2 through 4 and some of 6. Marco Failla does number 5. Roberto Di Salvo does 5 and 6. And George Duarte does 6. Colorist is Neeraj. Menon is 1 through 4 and 6. Rachelle Rosenberg did 5 and 6 with Jordan Boyd, who else did 1. Andres Mossa did 1. Federico Blee did 1 and 4. Erick Arciniega did 1. And Giada Marchisio did number 4. Lettering is Clayton, Cowles did 1. And Caramagna did 2 through 6. Got all that? Yeah, that's a lot of people for a 6-issue series. Alright, so I love the concept of this. This is very much a Dirty Dozen type story in the first issue. I loved the first issue in that it brought a bunch of bounty hunters together to go take out Darth Vader. Really cool concept, great concept. The twists and turns of who's hiring them and who's after who and what's going on, I think is really solid. This is kind of a direction I would really want Star Wars to go as a whole. Stuff that kind of touches upon the main story but doesn't involve a Skywalker or Palpatine or Solo or any of that. Just tangential stuff that we can enjoy. Mandalorian is a prime example of that. And the story is solid. Much like Mandalorian, it plays off of genres and stories that we've seen before. As I said, this is Dirty Dozen, many other films, done, stories done like that, ragtag put together, personality clashes, all that. There's some great aspects of that, some really cool characters, some of which, you'll be familiar for fans. Where the series does fall apart a bit is that Dirty Dozen feel kind of falls apart after a while. It does sort of pseudo-origin stories for some of the characters, or maybe all the characters, later in the series. I think I would have liked to see that earlier, maybe just kind of packing in a bit more, so that felt a little weird. And then the art gets a little shoddy after a while, it's not quite as crisp and good as in the first issue, it's not quite crisp and good later in the series as it is in the first issue. So I have some issues with the art. Again, none of it's bad, but it's noticeable, and it's really noticeable after reading it in trade as opposed to reading it in single issues. So we can see the art opening is solid. This is pretty good art. Some really solid action and the characters look really good. And then you wind up with something like this, which is a much more cartoony style that I don't think quite fits as well. So for me, overall, I really enjoyed the story. I think it was good. I wish it was more consistent art and one team throughout the entire thing as opposed to what seems like a Dirty Dozen of artists and colorists and all that. So, this is a great direction. I would like to see more of this. I especially like to see more of Valance, who's the main character. But beyond that, if you're a diehard Star Wars fan, go for it. I think the art is kind of what throws me off on this. That really prevents me from saying absolutely dive in and go for it. As far as extras, it's covers, and that's about it. So, yeah. It's out in comic shops now. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code. It'll tell you if a shop's near you. No shop, no problem. We have affiliate links. Be out in bookstore soon. But really, go support your comic shop. And speaking of support, I want to thank Marvel for hooking us up with the review copy. We appreciate it, and thank you for watching. If you are into Star Wars, if you're into Marvel, if you're into comics in general, check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. So until next time, keep reading those comics, and may the Force be with you. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games, you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.